Hey everybody, it's Joy. Welcome back to episode 14. Yes, episode 14 of Fairsted. And the first thing I want to do today is something that I noticed when I was editing the last video is I made these wheat fields and they should be corn because corn mazes, right? So I'm gonna make that change here. The other thing is I just want to say thank you for everyone who's following my build and commenting and watching. I didn't think anyone would even see these videos for, ever maybe. So thank you, and I really appreciate it. This community has been so welcoming, and yeah, I'm just really grateful. On to today. I was thinking about this whole nature reserve, and my idea just got bigger. So we're gonna make the park bigger, and I'm gonna do a lot more with it than I originally thought I was. So let me get this all filled in here so we can get started. Okay, I want to redo this road because I'm not happy with how this turned out. I definitely want it to be more scenic, basically more windy. I love a good windy road. Yeah, let's keep using this. And so while I am figuring this road out, I want to keep up with making sure I'm adding information about Mr. Fredrick Law Olmsted, because he is a big part of my inspiration here. And I just probably would never run out of things because there's so many different stories about him and things that he accomplished in his life. Okay. Now I want to use this asymmetrical road. I'm going to create 3 entrances to this park. So I want something kind of in the middle and then one on either side. Okay, so back to Fredrick Law Olmsted. So way before he was a landscape architect, way before he owned the farm I told you about, he actually, one of his random jobs he had was as a reporter for the New York Daily Times, which we all know now is the New York Times. And he got sent on an assignment in the South to report on slavery. And this was before the Civil War. And his writings that he did down there, his reporting, actually was turned into basically there were 3 books that came out of it at that time, and then they were all packaged together in one book right before the Civil War actually started. And his book is actually what convinced England to not recognize the Confederacy, which is huge. So even though before he went to the South, he was definitely not, pro-slave or anti-slave, when he came back, he definitely started to really become a voice for, being anti-slave. Anyways, the other cool thing is that was when he actually got into landscape architect. One of his big things, the reason that he loved open spaces and thought open spaces were so important was because he wanted a place where it didn't matter your status or class or color. It was somewhere where everyone could come together. So for him, the park spaces he designed were very much what he saw as like a really important part to society and part of, reform. Although I don't know if they would call it reform back then. The thing that is ironic and interesting to think about, and you kind of wonder, was that something that he was a part of, or, because he is one of him and his partner did design Central Park. And if any of you are park buffs, like they had to remove a whole like black middle class community to create the park. So all these people lost their homes. So I don't know. It'd be interesting. I need to go back and do some more reading to, find out. It's just very interesting because his whole purpose was to bring people together, and you just wonder, did he know about that, or what was that conversation like? And I don't know. I just think about that stuff and I find it really fascinating. Well, okay. I think I'm about ready to actually start building the nature reserve. Thank you for bearing with me while I've been figuring out this road. And I hope you enjoyed that little story. Okay. I want to actually delete this and take this back. Okay. I think I can push. Yeah. Let's get going again now that everything's hooked up here. Okay, so I've got these 3 entrances and I have ideas for what I'm going to do at each spot. So I'm going to start down here with this one. Basically, I'm kind of inspired by, there's like these scenic roads that you can drive on, especially here in the Pacific Northwest. And, as you go down the road, there's different spots where you can pull off and go on this hike or go see that waterfall, or, maybe there's a beach or whatnot. And so that's kind of what I want to create, is this giant nature reserve, but it has like these different little sections where, might be a hike or it might be camping or whatnot. So I have this idea in my head. I'm not sure like what it's going to end up, but I'm gonna see what I can put together. So I'm gonna stop talking for a bit and see if we can get this first area kind of figured out. So I'll be back with you guys in a bit. Okay, I think I'm getting somewhere. This is gonna make way more sense when it's done, because right now it looks kind of silly just out here in the middle of nowhere, but I promise it will come together. All right, so I think I want to actually just finish completely detailing this entrance. Sorry, there's not going to be a lot of actual building or zoning or stuff like that today. It's going to be a lot of this stuff. But I know I'm not going to be able to get everything done today. There's no way, but I kind of want to get like this first area figured out. Just because I feel like then I can visualize everything else. If I can get one area to come out kind of the way I want it. So, and all the little details are like really important. So, all right. I'm gonna put a sign there, and then maybe like as you're coming out, there's a sign. And then we definitely to do some trees here. Let's see. Actually, I want to keep the view to be able to see the main gate. So as much as I like this tree here, I think I'm going to be better with something smaller just to preserve that view. Because eventually everything else will be hidden with trees, and so you'll just be peeking in down the road. It's kind of a thought I have in my head, so I think keeping this little view here will be important. Just trying to do a variety here of overgrowth. Oh, I like this one. Okay. All right. Okay. No, we've already got rocks. Yeah, no. I think just maybe some small trees. A bush. I like a lot of variety, if you haven't noticed by now. I like to use all the trees. I'd be in so much trouble if I actually got trees from the workshop. I don't think my computer would forgive me for that though. Okay. I think this is a really good start to the entrance, and I think I'm ready to try to build out my first area. So let's see what I can do. Okay, I'm really happy with how that turned out. I wanted to add some camping in there, but I want to get... So another thing that I see a lot in the Pacific Northwest, and I'm sure people see other places too, whenever there's a beachfront, a lot of times there'll be a little tunnel or underpass to get to the other side to where like the parking is. That's very common, instead of having like the parking right on the beach. And so while I'm not a fan of tunnels for safety reasons as a female, I do think this is something I've seen so much, and they're like these just very short. This is probably going to be longer than it needs to be, but I see these all the time, and I don't know, I got this idea and I wanted to go with it. So I'm hoping I can make this look the way I want it. Isn't that always the tricky part? Okay, I think I'm gonna play with this for a little bit on my own off camera. Magic, it's beautifully done. You do not want to know how long I spent on that. But this is what I wanted. This is the look I was going for. And now I just need to build some amenities out here. And I think for this first section, I'm going with camping. So I want to... Okay, stop messing with it. I want it to be perfect. Okay, enough with that. I want to build out some really fun waterfront camping areas. So let me see if I can get that put together. Okay. I hope you guys like this as much as I do. I am so all about this right now. This probably should have just been a detailing episode, but this is what happens. But yeah, I'm really excited. I keep saying that all the time. I feel like I say I'm really excited 10 times during each episode that I've filmed, but I really love this game and I really do get excited. Okay, so what I want to do now is give people a reason to even come back here, because currently there is not. There's just this main gate. So I want to go through and actually add a bunch of camping in here. But I do also see this as like a hiking trail mostly, but it's a place you could also come and camp. And it's like the premium spots are down by the water, but there's also spots in the actual park, like where the trail is. So I think I'm going to build a couple little loops and lay down some tents. So let me get that done and I'll come right back. Okay, now I need to think about how we're going to get the numbers up, because it's people coming into the park, but also people going to the water side as well. So I need to actually add one of those invisible gates here. Oh yeah, it's in here. Here we go. Okay, now can I? Yes, okay, good. Just want to make sure that people have to go through that. Cool. All right. We're going to need power. I'm going to use my little cheat here. Just makes sense for the nature reserve. So, okay. I think I need to do a little bit more detailing here. I know, sorry, the whole episode has basically been detailing, but I think that's, you know, comes with building a nature reserve. So it's just part of it. Let's add in some more trees. Again, really from the road, I want everything to look pretty hidden, and I just want that view peeking in. So make sure we get a good amount of trees here. Admittedly, this took me way longer than I thought it would. I thought I could do all this in one episode. It's not gonna happen. But I'm really, really happy with how this part of the nature reserve is coming together, and I think once it's all done, it's gonna look really cool. So, but I want to move on from that right now because I want to build this little tiny of a postage stamp town over here. This is another thing you see all the time in the Pacific Northwest off of little national highways is just these little tiny towns that just come right off the highway. And I'm going to clear out some trees here and put together a road network. So let me see what I can do here. Okay, before I do anything, I need to fix the roads here because we're gonna need some more lanes. I think I'm gonna actually grab this highway asymmetrical. Yeah. There we go. That should help with traffic. And I'm also going to do on either side. And let's do dedicated turning lanes. And of course we're gonna need give way, maybe stop here. Yeah, that should help. Okay. Let me go ahead and upgrade that to a highway. Oh, that's a one-way. That's not gonna work. And also a highway is not gonna work for our side entrance either. So yeah, there we go. This will give us that higher speed, but yeah. Okay, I think this will work. Okay, and the other thing I want to do is build a walkway for pedestrians. So let me see what I can put together. Okay, it looks a little funky, but I think it will work. Okay. Let me do, I definitely want to do university. I feel like that's going to, yeah, it's going to make the most sense out here. I think I'll just have to be mindful of where I put my commercial buildings. But yeah, I can do that. Okay. Sorry. Being indecisive today. Okay, so I want to use our teeny tiny pumping station. And I don't want to use any valuable zoning area. I want you to fit here. Okay, how about on the other side? I bet if I turn this sideways. I don't know about you guys. I always have the hardest time trying to get things to move. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Water pipes. Okay. Now, garbage. I've got this adorable community recycling center, and it actually works so well. I am obsessed with this asset. And it is so incredibly cute. If I can... I'm sure that you guys can tell by the way that I struggle with moving around that I have actually not played video games before. I laugh at myself all the time. But look how cute this is. I love this little building. Like I said, it's very effective. Okay, let's get some zoning done. Okay, while that's filling in, I want to think about a bus route. Because I do want a bus route to stop at each little entrance of our nature reserve and also the island. But I'm just going to send it to our one area and our little town for now. And then I can add stops later because it doesn't make sense to make it go somewhere where there is nothing. So let me get this bus route in. Okay, now we're just waiting on things to grow. This is going to be really cute when it's done though. I don't know about you guys, I could like sit here and watch like traffic and people walk around. I just love this game. Okay, I think I want to do schools out here. It's gonna make sense to me. And I definitely want a church. I feel like even in a tiny town like this, a church would be really important. Let's put it on the end there. My grandmother retired to I think there was 4 roads. It was like a 4-road town. And it was about the size of this right here. And it did have a church and a post office, but that was it. Nothing else. Okay, I think I want to try to finish this area by adding a bunch of trees. Okay. I think that's about as much detail as this little town needs. I might do more during like a detailing episode, but we'll leave it at that. Bus is going well. Let me go. Okay, I want to take a look at what we got here. I'm going to do a little edit. Okay, let's take a close look. Let's actually see. If I can like move around to do that. Okay, bookstore. I think I'd be okay with that. Okay, so we've got 2 of these liquor stores. I do like this asset, but we only need 1. Not really a fan of these. I think you can go. This is like a little car wash. I like that. Oh yeah, okay. So the liquor store can stay, the bookstore can stay. I think these are fine as well. Now we'll just see what else comes in. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this tiny little roadside town. After doing today's episode though, I think I'm going to save the rest of the nature reserve for actual detailing episodes that I've been doing, because it's basically just going to be that, and you know, it's going to take some time too, so it might be a couple of detailing episodes to do all of that. And I definitely want to do something with this area over here as well at some point, but for next episode I actually want to do some building over here, or maybe over here. I haven't decided yet. Well, I hope you all have a joyful day, and I will catch you next time.